funny, Don. I've never had that as an introduction. Put your big girl panties on. And that is about as funny as it gets. So I appreciate that. Hey guys, if you don't have your camera on, I would appreciate you if you would turn your camera on. I want to see who I'm talking to. I want to see your beautiful face. I don't care if you got your hair done. I don't care if you got makeup on. Y'all, look how I showed up. And y'all aren't even my team, and here I am, right? So if you can turn your cameras on, I would love that because I love seeing who I'm talking to. And honestly, to me, it's just a sign of, hey, I'm here, I'm engaged, I'm listening, I'm ready to take a part of this discussion. I have a voice in this discussion and I want to be a part of the discussion, right? Because we all know, I mean, I've done it myself. If you don't got your camera on, you're probably not even listening. You're probably not even in the room. You might be watching TV and have it muted. So I am super excited to come in here tonight and visit with y'all about where we're at. Where's Xyngular? Where's our heart? Where's our tribe? Where's our head? And what do we got to do? So I'm going to tell y'all my story really quickly, just in case you don't know me and kind of how all this came about. So I actually joined Xyngular June 10th of 2015. So a little over 7 years ago. I didn't have weight to lose. Not that I didn't have a whole lot of other things I needed to fix, but weight wasn't really one of them. Needed the energy, needed all of that stuff. But y'all, I didn't come for the products. Like, I'm just going to be straight up honest with you guys tonight. I didn't come for the products. I came for the money because I was a boutique owner. We had a boutique for about 15 years. Loved my boutique. I loved that lifestyle. Like, that's what I did forever, right? But I was a new mama again at 42, y'all. My children are 30, 27, and 8. So do the math. That is a huge age gap, right? So I wanted to stay home with Silver, my little one, and that was my big goal. She'd been going to the store with me since she was born, and it just got hard, guys. It just got hard. So I was looking for something that was going to allow me to stay here or stay home and make some money. And so when I really found out the income that Xyngular could give you if you went out and earned it, so that's a big thing. Like, I'm gonna say some big things that I hope y'all just write down, remember, and think about moving forward. It will pay you a lot of money if you earn it. I don't know about y'all, but ain't nobody ever given me anything, right? Nobody's ever handed me $1,000 and said, hey, thanks for being a part of Xyngular. Here's $1,000, right? I've earned every single penny that I've ever made with Xyngular, and that's a big thing that I want us to think about moving forward from here tonight. So what I did was I went to my very first event when I was 3 weeks in. Didn't know why they had asked me to go. It was XLC. Didn't know why they had asked me to go. But something told me that I needed to go, right? Like, something just inside of me said, like, you need to go see for yourself, because it's real different when we see people on Facebook, when we see people on social media, when we see people on Instagram, and you think, my gosh, I could never be her. I could never be Dawn. I could never be Stephanie Foreman. I could never be Brandy. I could never be Tammy Oliver. Like, they're all amazing, fabulous people. They show up every day. They look good. I mean, Tammy's got some cute little glasses on. She's got some great hair. You know, I could never be Tammy. Tammy's successful because she's Tammy. I could never be her, right? I want to tell you the importance of going to events, because I 1,000% guarantee you, if I had not gone to XLC, I never would have known what I could do here. Honest to goodness. So if you have not already registered for Zing Fest in Kansas City, you need to go register tonight. You need to figure out a way to go. Because when I started with Xyngular, I didn't have a whole heck of a lot of money. It looked like I did on social media, but I really didn't, right? And so I had to figure out how to go. But when I went to XLC, what I saw was people just like me. And that was it. People just like me. And honestly, I saw some people talking on stage and I'm like, if that girl's making all kinds of money, just you wait until I see what I can do, right? And that was the beauty of it, is you saw people on stage that you're just like, she makes what kind of money? Because I guarantee you, if you've ever heard me speak or be on stage and I cuss a little bit, brings a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice, right? I'm just me every day. Y'all don't know me from anybody, and here I am, right? In all my glory. But if you saw me speak on stage and you said, she makes how much money? If that crazy girl can make that kind of money with this company, there ain't no telling what I can do. That's exactly what I saw. I saw the opportunity to come in and do something big. So 3 weeks in, first event, what I did was I left there like on fire, I knew that I could do something really big if I went to work. That's another key phrase, if I went to work, because nothing is going to happen unless you go to work. And I'm talking every single day, without fail. Let me move my robe. Without fail, whether you want to or not. Guys, I didn't feel like going to work today. I'm gonna be real, 1000% honest. I did not feel like going to work today. Guess what? I worked anyway, right? This is the business that people need to understand, or people need to understand the business that we're in, right? So I've told my team this before, and I want to ask you guys tonight. So if you were a boss, you owned a company, right? You owned a business. You had a storefront in town. Let's just say you had a hardware store, okay? So Tammy Gulowski, I just butchered your name, but Tammy owns a hardware store, okay? So Deborah Williams comes to Tammy and applies for a job, all right? Tammy says, I'll give you a job. I'll pay you $12 an hour, right? I don't even know what minimum wage is, but I'll pay you $12 an hour. You're going to work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. Deborah says, that's great. I really need the money. Well, guess what happens on the first day of work? Deborah shows up and she is gung-ho, like she's excited. She's doing all the stuff, right? Day 2, Deborah's about 45 minutes late. She shows up about 8:45. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This happened, that happened, whatever happened, right? She takes a 2-hour lunch break and then she decides she needs to leave at 4. This is on day 2. By day 3, Deborah's not real sure that she wants to work in a hardware store. Do you see what I'm getting at? So what do you think Tammy would do to Deborah by the end of the week? As this just continues on. And I don't even know Deborah. I'm sure she's a great worker, obviously, because she's here tonight, right? But what would happen by the end of the week? Tammy would be like, Deborah, I just can't use you. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to let you go. So I want to switch things around here for a second. What if Tammy hired herself? What if Tammy hired herself? Day 1, gung-ho, I'm going to show up to my job. For Xyngular, right? She's not working in the hardware store. She's working for Xyngular. I'm going to show up to work today. I'm going to make my posts. I'm going to reach out to people. I'm going to go comment on people's posts. Whatever it is that your coach has you doing, right? She's gung-ho day 1. Tammy's on fire, right? Day 2, Tammy's a little tired. She kind of keeps hitting the snooze button. She's 45 minutes late to work. She takes a 2-hour lunch. She leaves at 4, right? Day 3, 10 a.m. She comes rolling into her Xyngular job. Do you see what I'm saying? So question I have for you tonight is, if you were your own boss, would you hire you or would you fire you? With the action and the effort that you have been putting in for the last 8 months, would you hire you or would you fire you? Because here's what I'm seeing a lot right now in Xyngular. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, you know what, it's real hard. Nobody's buying anything. I can't get anybody to sign up. Whatever it is, y'all, it don't matter whose team you're on. It's the same story across the board, right? The effort that you put in every day, it might not pay you today, and it may not pay you tomorrow, but it's going to pay you in 3 months, and it's going to pay you in 6 months, and it's going to pay you in 12 months and 18 months and the next 24 months. It's going to pay you on down the road. And that's where the difference is, and the mentality is with what we do. We may not see the benefits of what we're doing right now, all the action and all the work that we're asking you to put in. You may not see it right now, but what you're doing is you are continuously building a foundation and a business that when it catches, right? When it catches, watch out. Because then you're going to see, I'm so glad of all the effort that I put in. So I can tell you when I first started, and it was hard, guys, it was hard. I had a brand new baby. Well, she was 11 months old, but brand new baby, right? I had the store. I had 2 wholesale companies where we designed clothing and accessories. And I also had taken another job that I didn't tell y'all about, where I was driving 8 miles round trip once a week to go do this job, designing and buying for a big rodeo association. Once a week doing that with a baby, y'all. I did it anyway. I did it anyway because I saw at XLC what the possibilities were. I saw the money that could be earned. And no, it's not all about money. So I don't want you guys to leave here tonight thinking, my gosh, all she did was talk about money. But what makes the world work? It ain't love, it ain't compassion, it ain't none of that stuff. What makes the world work? What lets you put gas in your car? What lets you tithe at church? What lets you help others? What lets you buy school supplies? What lets you not worry about, hey, it's the end of the month, but man, I still have money left over, right? It's money. And money isn't about greed. Money is about the fact of what it allows you to do. I'm going to tell you what it allows me to do. It allows me to stay home with Silver. She starts school next Thursday, and I have not missed a beat all summer long, right? Today, we did all kinds of stuff. We do schoolwork every day just because I'm one of those moms that thinks they're going to forget everything over the summer, right? But we did schoolwork today. We read today. We played today. I worked today. It allows me to be present with her. Would I be able to be present with Silver if I was having to go flip burgers for a living? Not that there's anything wrong with flipping burgers, right? Just not something that I want to do. But would it allow me to be present in her life? It wouldn't. She would have to go to daycare. She would have to go to some kind of program that watches her during the day. That's not really what I want. So I want you to answer this question. I want you to write this question down because I really hope you have something to write with. I don't want you to answer me now. I want you to think about it tonight. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go to your coach tomorrow, your upline, whoever it is that you work directly with. And I want you to tell them the answer to this question. You ready? What do you want out of Xyngular? What do you want? Is it the time freedom? Is it being able to pay your bills on time without having to push them off? Is it being able to help more people? Is it being able to be a stay-at-home mom and finally quit the job that you hate because your boss is always breathing over your neck? What is it that you want out of Xyngular? Okay, so that's the big question for you tonight. And I'm going to tell you how to go get it. Okay, because here's what I know. It is August the 10th. We have been acting like we don't believe anymore. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that comment. We have been acting like we don't believe that we're here for the long haul. We don't believe that these products work. We don't believe that this is going to stay here forever. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you tonight. You got to change your way of thinking. And if there is one thing that I can tell you, the only person that can do that is you. It's not me, because Dawn brought me on here to come and rah-rah, hoorah, kumbaya with you guys tonight. It's not me, right? It's not Dawn. It's not Tammy Fidel. It's not Holly Payne. It's not Carmen Gooding, which, Carmen, I'm sorry, I probably butchered your name too, right? It's not Diane Robinette. Probably butchered your name too, Diane. It's not Vicky Brommer. It's not any of these people on here. It's you. You are the only one that can make yourself get out of bed in the morning and go put the time into your Xyngular business. You are the only one that can say, hey, I need to get my butt in gear and I need to go to work, because you know what? Corporate has a promo that they're giving away this month. It's a blender. Now, let's just be real serious. Because that's just how I roll, y'all. Every single one of us can go to Walmart, buy our own damn blender. Amen? Amen. But when Xyngular sends you that blender and the sweatshirt, because if you're going to do it, just do it all. Don't go half-assed, y'all. Just do it all. Earn the blender, earn the sweatshirt, because it just hits different when you earn the stuff. It just is better when you earn the stuff, because here's what I'm going to tell you, Stephanie Foreman, your team is watching to see if it's important to you. That blender that says Xyngular on it, they're watching to see if it's important to you. Well, let me tell you what, I can go buy 1,000 blenders. I don't even know how much blenders are. Do you know what I mean? I can go buy all the blenders I want. I can go to Walmart, drive the 20 miles to Walmart right now and go buy them out of blenders. Doesn't mean the same thing. Because when I show my team that it was important enough to me to earn that blender and earn that sweatshirt, although we've got a bajillion Xyngular sweatshirts, guess what? It becomes important to them. So I'm going to ask you guys some tough questions. Drop it in the chat. How many new people have you enrolled this month? We're 10 days into the month. We've got 21 days left in this month to earn both of those things. So how many new people have you enrolled this month? Because if it's not enough or any or even one, you've got work to do. And that's okay, right? That's okay, because we've got 21 days left to do it. But here's what I want to say. It has to be important to you. It has to be something that you want to earn. Because I can tell you that when everybody starts posting those congratulations, hey, congratulations, Deb Platt, you just earned your blender and your sweatshirt and your team's going to celebrate you for all of that. Guess what's going to happen? Deb's team is going to say, my gosh, Deb earned it. Well, if Deb's earned it, I got to earn it, right? When Colette is celebrated for earning the blender and the I was going to say hoodie, but it's not hoodie, the sweatshirt, right? Guess what Colette's team is going to say? Oh my gosh, congratulations, Colette. I got to get myself in gear. I need to earn that stuff. So you have to make these things a priority, even though you can go to Walmart or wherever it is you shop and buy these things for yourself, because it's just not the same. So how many of you guys like being a part of the cool club, cool kids club, right? I ain't cool, but I still want to be a part of the club, to be real honest. So a couple of years ago, Xyngular gave away these really cool, I don't know if you earned it. I want you to drop in the chat that you earned it. These really cool gray Eddie Bauer jackets. Anybody remember those jackets? And they had Xyngular embroidered on them. They were pretty fabulous. I still have mine. And when you went to conference and you saw people walking around in that Eddie Bauer jacket, you were like, ooh, Melissa Adams, she earned that jacket. Ooh, Holly Payne, she's a cool kid. She earned that jacket. Now, I'm not saying you're going to take the dang blender to Kansas City. You can if you want to and carry it around, but you can wear the sweatshirt. And I'll tell you what, Twyla, people are going to say, Twyla earned that sweatshirt. She did what she needed to do, right? So make sure that you guys make these things important to you and important to your team, because as far as our team goes, we're blowing everybody up and just doing a countdown to everybody earning these things, right? So here's the thing. How do you earn them? It's real simple. Go to work every day. Talk to people every day. People do not know about Xyngular unless you tell them. How many times have you talked to somebody and they say, what's your company's name? And you're saying, well, our company is Xyngular. And they're like, huh, I never heard of that, right? Do you see what I'm saying? You have to be the one to tell them. And we are not doing a good enough job of telling the world who we are and why we are the best. Because I can tell you that I'm a part of a mastermind with hundreds of other people from lots of other companies across the world, not just in the US, but across the world. And everybody compares paychecks, compares comp plans, compares all of this stuff. There is not one single person, not one single company, and all of my years of doing this mastermind with all of these people that has ever been able to beat our comp plan. How cool is that? Ever. There's actually, I'm going to tell you two stories just so y'all know how good we have it here. One girl is in a makeup company that they start over every year at 0, not every month, every year at zero. She completely loses her entire downline and has to build back up. So her paycheck goes to zero. Can you imagine? I'm like, girl, you're in the wrong company, right? But that's another story for another day, right? So that just goes to show you, hey, we don't start back at zero every year. We get to stay where we're at. We might start at zero at the beginning of the month, but we don't lose our rank and we don't lose those things, right? We don't lose our downline. Can you imagine how devastating that would be if we lost our downline? There is another girl who shall not be named, but if I said her name, I guarantee you 80% of y'all would know who I'm talking about. Huge, huge Instagram presence. Their company, guess how many trips that they get sent on? Zero. They don't have trips. When I told her that we get to send our people to Park City by their third rank, which is pretty dang easy to earn, she's like, you get to do what? When I told her that I've been to Bora Bora and I've been to Hawaii and the Mediterranean and all of these places, she was like, your company does what? You get paid that amount and they send you all over the world? Yes, that's what our company does. So are we telling people and are we telling the world exactly what we have? I don't think so. And the thing that we get stuck on doing, guys, is we get stuck on showing somebody else's before and after. Look at my friend Elsa Navarro, who lost 30 pounds in 30 days. Love you, Elsa. I don't know you, but I love you anyway. Elsa ain't my friend. I don't know Elsa. I just saw her poster before and after and I stole it because now she's a Xyngular girl, right? But how many of us go do that and say, my friend Elsa says, yada, yada, whatever, right? We have something better than the products that we know work. We have a comp plan that will pay you every single day. We have a comp plan with no cap. Did you know not very many companies do that? They will cap how much money you can earn. Now, Xyngular, there is no cap to what anybody can earn. If somebody came in and wanted to earn $500,000 a month, guess what? They're going to pay you $500,000 a month if you're putting in enough work to earn $500,000 a month. You see what I'm saying? We're not talking passionately enough about our very best product, which is the comp plan. Do you hear the passion in my voice? That's the thing, y'all. I love the products. I take the products. Couldn't live without probiotics. Like, love them. Not what I'm passionate about. Hey, Steph Wood, what am I passionate about? And I talk about all the time. I talk about the business because the business is what changed my life. Probiotics let you go to the bathroom, people. That's not life changing, right? I'm just being real. What changed my life is this comp plan. That's what we need to show people. So I'm going to challenge you tonight. Hey, Elsa, no worries. No worries, girl. I got you. I'm going to challenge you tonight. Change the story you're putting out. Quit throwing out Tammy Galowski's before and after claiming she's your BFF and you're going to share her results when you only see Tammy on a Zoom, right? Sorry, Tammy, I know your before and after is probably fabulous and amazing. I'm just saying. How about we talk about the fact that Emily Junk is making a crap ton of money, and I'm just making this story up because I don't know Emily either, even though I love her. Emily Junk, who was a kindergarten teacher, but hated children because kindergartners are horrible. I'm kidding, don't say that. But really, if you've ever been a teacher, I'm sure you know, or if you have a kindergartner, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, Emily Junk, a former kindergarten teacher, was able to resign after being with Xyngular for 2 years because she believed in our compensation plan so much, she had to bring all her friends along with her, however you want to word it, right? I'm also going to tell you this, and I don't know, Dawn, who your upline is, or who like the main one is in here. I'm going to ask. I'm not even going to ask because I'm going to say, and then if they get mad at me, they get mad at me. I want you to push on compliance, guys. I want you to push on compliance. Go tell your story. I'm sure I'm going to get a call from compliance tomorrow because somebody done turned me in and said, Ursula said that. Here's what I got to tell you. Tell your story. Tell your story. What has Xyngular allowed you to do? Did it let you go buy back to school clothing for your family and you spent $389 at Old Navy because Old Navy has cute stuff for kids, and you posted the receipt from your Old Navy shopping splurge for your children, and you posted that receipt on Facebook and Instagram and your stories and everywhere so everybody could see it because your Xyngular job, not a side gig, not a side hustle, your Xyngular job, because that's what this is. If we tell ourselves it's something else, well, then we're just lying to ourselves because it's a job, right? It's a job. But if you share what it's done for you, you're going to get people's attention. If you keep throwing before and afters from your BFF that you don't even really know, guess what? You might sell a product here or there. And that's great because we need to sell products and we need to sell kits. So don't get me wrong, right? I don't want you to stop doing that. But what you need to do is you need to talk about the fact that we can change people's lives with money. We can change people's financial situations. We can help mamas stay at home with their children. We can help people quit the job that they hate and the boss that they don't like. We can help people give more at church. We can help people do everything they need to do. It's not just weight loss. It's not just weight loss. And if compliance emails you, just say, hey, I was on the train with Ursula. Like, seriously, just say, hey, I was on the train with Ursula and she said for me to go tell my story. They're going to tell you how to fix it. You go fix it. You're fine. They ain't going to fire you. You really are not going to fire you. Steph's like, they might fire you, but really, they're not going to fire you. They're not going to fire you. I promise. I promise. Go tell your story. And you know what? Be passionate about your story. Go, it's not called live in your stories, but I call it live and people get confused. But when you hold the button down in your stories, right, on Instagram and you share it to Facebook because you should be on Instagram and you should be on Facebook, but then you do it in one place and it shares it to both. That thing, when you hold the button down and you just talk and then you go post it, right, in your stories, go tell about it there too. Don't just put it in a post. Let people see what this opportunity has allowed you to do. Because here's what it's allowed me to do. Like we said earlier, right? Stay at home with Silver, do all the things, all of that. But it's honestly allowed me to quit worrying how we were going to pay bills. It's allowed Levi to cowboy, and we bought cattle and a ranch and all of that stuff, right? The things we always said, someday, anybody have someday I'm going to do this. Well, I'm telling you, if you show up every day to Xyngular, your someday becomes a real day when it all happens. But we can't do it for you. We can't do it for you. So I want to know right now. Oh, I thought Don was saying you need somebody. Sorry, I just caught it. I was like, never mind. I'm not going to tell you. I was like, somebody's already reported me to compliance. There we go. Me and Rena, we're like this, people. I got her on speed dial. But here's what I want to ask you. What's your commitment to Xyngular? Type that in the chat. What's your commitment to Xyngular? Are you already where you thought you would be August 10th, 2022? Or are you behind? Because here's what I know. I'm behind. I got to pick up the slack. I got to go to work even harder than what I already work. But here's what I know, and this is going to be my last and parting thought for you guys, okay? I love my team. Like, if you've ever seen me on stage, my team is celebrated everywhere because my team is pretty dang fabulous, right? But here's what I know. Being a silver ambassador, that team's not going to be the team that gets me to gold ambassador. As much as I love them, that team is not going to be the team that gets me to gold ambassador. Hey, Deb Plath, the team you have right now is not going to be the team that gets you whatever the next thing is. Holly Gilbert, that team you have right now, it's not going to be the team, girl. It's not going to be the team that gets you to the next place. Deborah Williams, it's not the team. It's not. You haven't met your best team yet. You haven't met them. They're waiting for you. They don't know about Xyngular. They don't know about you. You have to go find them. We have to quit thinking that throwing out a post with a before and after is going to bring a purple eater ambassador to you. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to go out and find them. And how do you find those people? Because I'll tell you right now, I take a handful of directors. How about y'all? Would you not take a handful of directors that you'd be like, hallelujah, look at this handful of directors I got, right? Brand new people. Holly's only been here a week. I'm like, where is Holly? Now I got to find her on my screen. Holly Gilbert, you only been here for a week. Okay, first of all, let me apologize because I'm a lot. So do not be offended by whoever invited you to this Zoom. Know that I don't know you, Holly, but if you come to Zingfest, which you need to, girl, I want you to come find me and I will give you a hug and I will apologize in person for bringing all this fire your way. Just been a weekend, but how about this girl already here, right? Already here, a week old. She's a baby. She's a newbie. You haven't met your best team. And if you don't go find those people for your best team, I don't mean this to be ugly, but I'm gonna go find them. Like, I'm just saying, if Steph Wood, it's a race between me and Steph Wood. I'm gonna go find those people before she finds them. It's a race between me and Stephanie Foreman, because I'm gonna go find them before she finds them, right? Tammy Oliver's like, I don't know about this girl. She's not gonna get my people. Tammy's gonna beat me. Tammy's gonna meet me to those people. You gotta find them. And I'm just joking about getting your people. I don't mean that at all. Don't turn me into compliance for that. Ursula said she's gonna go find my people. She's gonna steal them. What I'm saying is, there is plenty of room at the top for everybody. Plenty of room. I've got lots of space beside me, in front of me, behind me, everywhere to bring everybody along and get everybody to the top, because guess what? That's who we are and that's what we do, right? It's not about who's number one. It's about how many of us can we get to number one. It's about how many of us can we get to the top. It's about how many of us can we get to those incomes that are life-changing. So my question for you tonight is, how committed are you? How committed are you? It's August 10th. We got 21 days left to earn a blender and to earn a sweatshirt. Are you committed to earning the blender and the sweatshirt? Are you committed to walking across the stage at Fest at a whole different rank? Are you committed to doing what you said you were going to do January 1st, when you said, this is my year? This is when I'm going to be a Purple People Eater ambassador. Are you still committed to that goal, or just decide it wasn't important enough to you anymore? Here's what I know. You can do it. Every single one of you has the ability to do big things here. Every single one of you has the ability to do what I did here. Every single one of you has the ability to be somebody big in Xyngular. How do I know this? Because God didn't create us to be mediocre. Like, that's not what God created us to be. God gave every single one of us the ability to be great, right? He gave us the ability to be great. But you have to decide tonight that good isn't good enough. Good isn't good enough. Because good is the complete opposite of great. Complete opposite of great. So quit being okay with good. That's good enough, right? I want you to push yourself from now till the end of the year. Push yourself to do what you said you were going to do, to be committed to what you said you could do, and to believe we aren't going anywhere. We're not. And right now, this valley that we're in, the place that we're in, it's a time to learn. It's the time for you to decide I'm just got to learn. What am I not doing? How do I get better? How do I improve my skills? Because that's what we're in. We got to improve our skills, right? How to improve my leadership? How to improve the way I talk to people? How do I improve the way I show up on social media? How do I improve the way I lead my team? How do I improve all the way around? Because not only have you not met your best team yet, you have to become a whole new person to get to where you say you want to go. Don't y'all love how I said this would be my last thing 20 minutes ago? But for reals, you have to become somebody different. And I'm not saying change your morals. I'm not saying be unethical. I ain't saying any of that. What I'm saying is you got to step into your greatness, realize what a gift God has given you with Xyngular, with this team of people that you're with, and you got to go do something. Go do something. Because when everybody else is showing off their blender and you didn't get the blender, I'm just going to say you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel bad for yourself. And don't think that going to Walmart buying your own blender is going to take care of it, because it ain't. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I really am going to leave you with this. It's time, guys. It's time that we just decide that the only way out is up. That's the only way out is up. And we can lock arms with you. We can help you. We can go step by step with you, but we ain't gonna drag it. We ain't gonna drag it. And I think that's the biggest lesson besides my new girl. Besides my new girl, don't pay attention to what I'm telling you right now. The only way out is up. Get to work. If this stung a little bit tonight, like I'm a firm believer, If it stung and I irritated a little something in you tonight, it's because there's truth to it. It's because there's truth to it, because the truth doesn't sting if it ain't true, right? I can tell you when my mentor that I pay a lot of money to push me, tells me something and it stings, I will say, I don't know who you think you are, but that is incorrect. And then I have to look at myself and say, why did that bother me so much? Well, it bothered me because it's true, right? And then I have to realize that it's true and I got to go fix the things. And the only reason people push you is because they see that you're capable of more. That's it, right there. The only reason people push you is because they see you're capable of more. So here we go, guys. 21 days, a blender, a sweatshirt. I want you to tag me in your pictures of you using the blender and you wearing that sweatshirt. I don't care if you're in Texas and it's 109 degrees, put the sweatshirt on and tag me in the picture. Okay. Okay. Y'all, I appreciate you. Dawn, thank you for having me on. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing August, a huge end of the month. And just know I'm rooting for you. I'm in your corner. To the new girl, I'm so sorry, but I hope I inspired you a little bit. Please don't quit, because then I'm gonna hear about that too. But just know everything I'm saying is true. It's about life. It's about Xyngular. It's the truth, guys. It's the truth. And there's so much more goodness to come, y'all. We are going to do some big things, and I cannot wait to see every single one of y'all at Xingfest. That's really it.
Thank you, Ursula. I don't know if I was the first one to walk up to you and say it stung after the message at XLC, but I mean, it's stuff that we need to hear. That's when I said put your big girl panties on, because it's raw. It's stuff that we all needed to hear. And you know, like you said, it's across the board. Everybody feels it, but it's the, what is it, the fit of the fittest, you know, that's going to pull out of this, and it's going to weed out, just like shipping. It's going to weed out who's going to survive it, and who's it going to be, who's going to be here, who's going to push this and see it on the other side. I know I will. So thank you so much for taking your time out for us. If you don't follow Ursula on Instagram or social media, you need to go follow her. I mean, so anyways, thank you so much, sweetie, for jumping on and taking your time out. And sorry it didn't work last night, but it was God's will for tonight. So anybody,
Yes.
any questions or anything real quick? And if not, we'll let Ursula jump off. I think, Ursula, one question for me is what do you look for in a distributor? I mean, just short version of it. What do you, because I think that's what everybody wants to know. What do you look for?
Somebody that's hungry. Somebody that's hungry. Because I know when I was hungry, I did what they asked me to do. Right. And that's the big thing. Somebody that's hungry and somebody that's coachable. And I'm telling you, they're out there. We haven't found them all. I'm working with 4 girls right now who are hungry, that signed up last month, who are hungry, who are coachable, who I talk to every single day. So you're going to do a lot of sifting as you bring in new people, right? You're going to do a lot of sifting, and not everybody's going to fit. Not everybody's going to do the work. But if you put forth a test and you see that they do it, well, guess what? Those are your people, right? Those are the people you want to make sure you are loving on, you're talking to every day, not in a group chat. You are doing that one-on-one, giving them the steps every single day of what to do. And guess what? If they don't show up and they don't do the work and they don't respond and they don't make a post and they don't add the people's testimony pages or whatever it is that y'all have them do, those aren't your people. Like, they're not your people. So let's quit wasting our time with those people and let's go find the people that want it as bad as we do.
Love it. Love it. All right, we will let you jump off. It's getting late there. It is late here in Eastern time too, but thank you so much. And y'all go take pictures of Ursula at Fest. Hey, and say you were on that Zoom with us. So anyways, thank you so much. And I thank all y'all for hanging in there with us. I will get the recording out and share it across the board with everybody so you can share it with your team that wasn't on. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Nobody turn me into compliance.
We won't turn you into compliance.